Sarri versus Mourinho.
Well, this is a massive match. This is probably the first time in a long time where this derby is really this derby's always heated. Who are we kidding? But this is going to be a massive, massive game. And to me, even though we're 7 days away, there's a lot of things that could happen in a week, especially those midweek fixtures for match day 5. I mean, that could have an influence on what they're going to do. But this game is going to be huge. Lazio, for me, extremely out of form. No confidence, dropping points left, right, and center. That loss to Galatasaray was huge. And then Roma, on the other hand, Roma was flying high, and then they get run off the park by Hellas Verona today. We'll see what happens. This is going to be Jose Mourinho's first real test this season. And I've said, this Roma team, they started out very good, but until we play the big dogs and we claim some points off the big dogs, then...
Do you think this is a good matchup for Roma? The Mourinho-Sarri matchup.
It's gonna be
attacking football versus defensive counterattacking football.
It's good. Lazio's gonna have control of this game. That's basically what I think is gonna happen. Lazio's gonna control the game, and Roma's gonna try to press them on the counterattack, and that's gonna be really frustrating to watch. That's not who we are. I think attacking wise, squad wise, we are as a whole we are more talented than Lazio. Lazio are, like you said, a one-trick pony. Ciro Immobile,
Luis Alberto, Milinkovic-Savic.
And Milinkovic-Savic. That's it. Whereas
that's
Roma,
that's three tricks, but you know what we mean.
Roma, Lorenzo Pellegrini, probably arguably one of the best midfielders in Italy right now. Eldor Shomurodov, if he's back to his ways. A solid Brian Cristante, a solid Gianluca Mancini. There's some really good pieces here, and I don't know. This game. I don't know. My heart is saying obviously Roma, but in my head.
Previously, like we said, you don't want to see Tammy Abraham up top again. You don't want to see Zaniolo on the right.
I don't.
Do you want to see Veretout in the midfield again? Like, what would you do differently compared to the game that was just played this weekend?
Well, Jose Mourinho, we know, is not going to change his formation because he never does. Doesn't matter if they're winning, they're losing, they're on a bad streak. The formation stays the same, 4-5-1, because he feels like with this team that's the only formation they know how to play. I don't agree with that. We played many different formations with the same majority of the same squad last year, and it worked. What I want to see, I'll tell you who I want to see. I want to see Tammy Abraham riding the pine and not seeing a bloody minute in this game. I want to see Eldor Shomurodov up top. I want to see Lorenzo Pellegrini in the middle right behind him. And I want to see Carlos Perez on the right side. And I want to see Mkhitaryan on the left side. In the midfield, it's going to be Brian Cristante. I don't think Jose Mourinho thinks he has a choice. He's probably going to have to go with Veretout. But for me, I would actually go with Eduardo Bove, or Ebrima Darboe. I know he doesn't like Darboe because he's a kid. Eduardo Bove is a kid too, but I think they have much more of an upside and they're more consistent in that spot than a Amadou Diawara. But at the same time, he's going to feel like he has no choice. So Jordan Veretout it is. So Veretout, Cristante, Gianluca Mancini in the middle with Roger Ibanez, Rick Karsdorp. And then on that left side, if Vigna's healthy enough, it's going to be Vigna. If not, it's going to probably be Calafiori. That's who I want to see. And obviously Rui Patricio in the net. I think this game this is the game where Eldor Shomurodov would shine. We're gonna play counterattack. He's any coach that's a counterattack, he is their dream player if he's up top in the middle. Because you know what Eldor Shomurodov does that Tammy Abraham can't? When Eldor Shomurodov gets the ball, he looks up and he watches his wings go and he gives it to them. He's not Tammy Abraham that's going to go for glory, whether it's 20 yards out, 25 yards out. He's not going to complain when he gets pushed and shoved and thinking he's better than everybody. He puts his head down and he works. That's why Shomurodov needs to start. And if I don't see Shomurodov starting, I'm going Borja Mayoral. Yeah. I've already jumped off the Tammy. I've never been on the Tammy Abraham bus. I'm so far off it. The guy needs to ride the pine and learn.
Yeah. For me, I think Milan showed the game plan to be Lazio. I mean, Lazio, they can keep more of the ball. They're always going to keep more of the ball compared to every Serie A team. But what they did is it kept a nice compressed midfield, kept the defensive line not too high up, but high up enough where they weren't sitting back in their 18-yard box, something Mourinho likes to do and Allegri likes to do. So they challenged Lazio in the midfield. They pressed Milinkovic-Savic and Luis Alberto, the two star guys. They always had guys on them, always pressing. Tonali did an excellent job that game. And then they used the space behind the defenders. Lazio, who naturally likes to press up Lazzari, Haisaj, whoever's on. Usually they always press up the field. And Leao and Salamakers, whoever was that game, were using the space in behind. I think Roma have the players and the blueprint to do that. But Mourinho, the big question is,
will he do that?
Will he do that? Is he going to invite too much pressure on? That's what we got to see. And we know Lazio can kill a team that sits back too much with their long-range shooting. Luis Alberto, again, fantastic. Milinkovic-Savic, fantastic. Makes the late runs into the box from the crosses coming in from the wingers. They can do all that damage, Lazio, to a team that sits back. And that's where the battle is going to be won, is in that midfield. I worry a little bit about Roma because they did get overrun against Hellas Verona. Hellas Verona kind of showed some big weaknesses in the Roma team.
Big time.
The offensive players don't track back, and it can leave that midfield and defensive line totally exposed. Verona showed that completely. So for me, that's the biggest thing. But for me, I think Roma will have enough to win this game.
I hope so. The only other thing you can think of, like Brian needs support back there. The only other guy that can play in that position, believe it or not, is Lorenzo Pellegrini. So maybe you trek Lorenzo Pellegrini back, as hot as he's been, and you put Zaniolo right behind the striker where he should be. Maybe that'll work.
So give me your prediction.
I'm going to go with my heart. 2-1 Roma. 2-1 Roma.
We heard that a lot last year.
Yeah, we did. There's nothing more I hate than losing to Lazio. There's nothing more I hate. I hate losing to Lazio more than I hate losing to Juve. That's how much I hate Lazio. But
so Roma 2-win.
It's been a long time since we've beaten Lazio.
Yes.
It's been a long time.
And last year, the first game, they hammered you guys 3-0 in the first game.
Peppered.
I'm going to give Roma the benefit of the doubt. I think they'll pull a win out of this game.
This game will be exciting. The atmosphere, for those of you that are not regular Serie A fans, this is the Roma-Lazio derby, the Derby Della Capitale, is one I think the top 5 most dangerous derbies to attend in the world. It is crazy. Roma fans are nuts.
You got to go with the Kevlar vest.
You do have to go with the Kevlar vest. Somebody usually gets shanked outside the stadium. Like it is a scary atmosphere. But once you get in the stadium, especially if you're going to be watching it on Fubo TV where they have the pregame, it's going to be electric.
I guess 20 years plus waiting for Scudetto would do that to you. But anyway. Good luck. We'll see.
Grappe lupo to il lupi.